What is up, guys? It is Insane here. Hope you guys all having a fantastic day. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys go follow my Twitch and make sure you guys also go subscribe to the YouTube here. I go live on Twitch and YouTube every day at 6:30 Eastern time. Sometimes I'm playing with viewers. I'm always reading chat and hopefully to see you guys there. In today's video, we are going to be going back to Black Ops 2, and we're not doing this directly through Steam, just in case anybody is curious. We are doing this through Plutonium because it's the safest and easiest way. So we are here on Black Ops 2. It's actually kind of crazy the fact that there's 800 people on this game right now. The fact that this game is so old and there's over almost 1,000 people on this game, which says a lot. And as you guys can tell, I am Master of Prestige. Pretty much I have everything unlocked. We're doing this for Plutonium, so you know, if you want to get everything unlocked, you can go that way, or if you guys don't want to do that and you guys want to level up everything you want to, you know, just like if the game almost just came out like yesterday, you can completely do it that way. But I just feel like there's no point, but it'd be pretty cool. You know, we did like a journey of leveling up in Black Ops 2 in 2025. If that's something you guys would be interested, let me know down in the comments below. But I got a few classes set up here. I got the AM94 goated gun. I got the PDW goated gun. And my favorite submachine gun was the MSMC. We also have the ability to have pretty much every camo in the game, all the way up until diamond. And it's crazy to me, right? Now in like most Call of Duties, there's gold, diamond, and then there's usually like a third camo. And it's crazy that it only went up to diamond in Black Ops 2. And then if I want to go like say put my clan tag or put a weapon emblem on there, I can also do that. And we have DLC 1 camos and DLC 2 camos. Personally, for me, the DLC 1 camos literally have more meaning to me because I didn't really experience DLC 2 camos, but Weapon 115 would easily be the top one. And there was just so many iconic guns in Black Ops 2. Like, let's start with like the snipers, because I mean, let's be honest, this was the best sniping was ever at any point in Call of Duty. Black Ops 2 sniping was unreal. Like the DSR, dude, and the ballista, these were like goated, dude. Absolutely goated. Still goated. People still trick shot in this game. There's certain servers that are just literally meant for trick shotting. And let's say we go to SMGs, dude. I feel like every SMG here, maybe like one or two that I don't really care for, all are like legendary. Like MP7, goated. PDW, great gun. The Vector was a great gun. MSC is my favorite. I didn't like the QB or the Scorpion. Big fast fire rating guns, but just they weren't my style. The Peacekeeper definitely slept on, but you know, you got to control the recoil with the Peacekeeper. And I think this was like the only DLC weapon we ever received in Black Ops 2. And there's also so many iconic ARs as well. MTAR, great gun. The M27, which is like an M4, solid ass gun. Scar, I know there's a lot of people that like the Scar, but hands down, my favorite has to be the AM94. Now, a lot of people don't talk about this, but for secondaries, there's one secondary, well, actually two. The crossbow, which we've seen in Call of Duty multiple times with different Call of Duties, but the ballistic knives, I feel like we've never really seen these come back since Black Ops 2. I mean, it was in Black Ops 1, which was goated, and it came back for Black Ops 2. I missed the ballistic knife. When will we re-see this return in Call of Duty? I think this was so fun to do, just having your knife out and you're able to actually shoot the knife at the enemy. I think it was just so fun to goof around, and I mean, it was also great for sticks and stones. We talk about the score streaks that were in Black Ops 2. K9 unit, which I feel like we really don't see a lot. There's the stealth chopper, the orbital VSAT. I mean, like there was just so many, and the Guardian. I mean, so many iconic score streaks, which I feel like we don't really see anymore. It feels like with the new Call of Duties, you know, the score streaks are cool, but they don't have as much meaning as when you used to get these. And if we want to find a game here, we're going to go to the server browser. It'll bring you into this, and you know, you just go through these, see what you like. I usually try to set this up so I can see the ones that have the most people in them. And this is the one we've been rocking with recently. And I also tend to go here as well. You know, I find it so crazy that a game this old can be better than the current Call of Duty that we have right now. And, you know, people are gonna say, oh, it's nostalgic. That's why a lot of people like playing this game still, and that's the main reason. And yeah, you can argue that statement, but I still can't justify that statement. I just feel like because the way Black Ops 2 was done, they made it was simple, you know? There wasn't no gimmicks or all this shit that we have in Call of Duty right now. You know, when you go back to play these games, it makes you realize, dude, like the movement that we have in the game now, I'd rather go back to this movement. There's something about having this kind of movement and the pace that it brings that you find, you know, it more enjoyable. And it also gives you the reason to actually play more tactical. Like, I can't just go rush in and push in and just sprint my entire way to the enemy team. Now, here's a map I have not seen in literally, I don't even know how long. Actually, fun fact, and I mean, I would say probably 90% of people that are watching this video right now probably know what this map is. This is like Summit, but obviously we got the remastered version here. I don't think when Black Ops 2 was out, I even ever played this map. Like, I remember Summit, yeah. I don't remember this version of the map, like, ever. Holy. And honestly, I can never really put my finger on it, but the fact that this game can still hold up in 2025, dude, is crazy. Like, how old is this game, dude? And this game is, like, so much better than current Call of Duty. Like, I fucking take playing this over Warzone and Black Ops 6 any day of the week, dude. Any day. You know, I think if we ever went back to this movement, a lot of people would feel 50-50. I feel like our brains are just so used to the current movement that we have in Call of Duty. Slide canceling, jumping, and all this kind of stuff. But to be honest, I actually would rather see us go back to this movement. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are honestly waiting for that to happen. Even in the Battlefield community, people who, you know, play 2042, they don't want this tax sprint. See, even there, I go for like a jump shot there, which, to be honest, it doesn't really work in this game, you know? You can't use it like that. Sometimes you gotta realize that simplicity is actually better than overcomplicating things. It's funny to think that we come from Call of Duty now where they stuff all of these microtransactions in our face. We never had anything like that in these games. Also, when it comes to the Black Ops 2 maps, I feel like these were honestly the most solid maps. Nowadays, in like all the new Call of Duties, we don't really have the 3-lane system maps. And I really hope the 3-lane system maps do return in the next Call of Duty. Because it just doesn't have the same flow. I mean, there are so many iconic maps from Black Ops 2. We even saw some of these maps get remastered, actually. But also, don't get it twisted either, because there are a lot of maps that are in Black Ops 2 that I can't say aren't great maps. I know a lot of people like Carrier. I'm just not a fan of Carrier. It's just way too big for me. I know other people feel like a certain way as well. But if you are into like trick shotting, I think Carrier is a great map for trick shotters. Since it's been a while since I've seen every single Black Ops 2 map, I thought it actually would be a good idea. We go into the menu here and go through the list of every single one in custom games. Aftermap, you know, it was a cool map. Too big, didn't really like it. I think Cargo is a solid map, but I wouldn't really call this a GOAT map, but overall, pretty good map. Like I said about Carrier, I think it's a great trick shotting map. I don't hate this map, but I don't love this map. Drone, another dope map, but I just didn't like the feel of it. I don't know why. Express, which I think is great map. I would almost say it's almost goated, but it's not goated. I think it's a great map, though. Hijack, I mean, do I need to say anything? Goated. Absolutely goated. I mean, I can't believe we've never actually seen this map get remastered yet, and I hope we do see it in the future. Meltdown is another map that I would say is really good if you're a trick shotter, but if you're not really into trick shotting, it's dope. But it's still a pretty big map. I wouldn't call it goated. You know, for Overflow, I would call this a goated map, in my opinion. I know other people might not like this map, but I think this was overall a solid map and was very unique in its own way. Plaza, to me, is so goated, dude. I remember back in the day, I think like 5 times on Plaza, I got across the map tomahawk kills. I mean, in my eyes, This had a great flow. You had the left lane, you had the middle lane, the right lane. It was just perfect. Raid, I mean, there don't have to be much said about this, dude. Raid was such a great map. It gets remastered a bunch of times, and I mean, you really can't go wrong with Raid. Goated map. Slums, I actually haven't heard about Slums in a minute, but, we played this map on stream before, and, I mean, it still has the great layout. You got the left lane, right lane, straight lane, middle lane. I would say this is between, like, a great map to being almost goated map, but it stands more of just being overall just a great map. Now, Standoff, I mean, come on, dude. Goated map. At least in my personal opinion, I always like the flow of it, the look of this map, and I feel like everybody here watching this video can fully agree that Standoff is a W map. Now, Turbine, I actually love this map, even though it's a really big map and it's probably really good if you're a trick shotter. I have not been able to play Turbine in any of the servers on stream yet, and I hope we actually get to play Turbine one day. But, I mean, I still like this map, and I would, in my personal opinion, I would think this is a goated map because, I mean, I feel like there's so many good moments, and, I mean, like I said, it's a big map, and people might not like that, but I still think this is goated. Now, Yemen, I feel like people are, like, 50-50 on how they feel about Yemen, but I still think Yemen is such a solid map. I don't know why people hate Yemen, but I would give this probably a 10 out of 10, maybe a 9 out of 10, actually. Also, another great map for trick shotting as well. And now we're going to go into DLC, and there might be some DLC maps that I don't have here. So if I'm missing some, let me know down in the comments below. I mean, I don't really have to say anything about Nuketown. Do I really? I mean, it's been done so many times. It's obviously goated. I mean, there's no statement. I have no statement about it. But I will say, it's kind of trippy to see Nuketown 2025, and it's 2025. That's crazy. Now, for Downhill, I actually don't remember this map whatsoever. I can't even give a rating on it because I don't remember this map. If you guys played this map a lot, let me know down in the comments below. Was this a good map? Bad map? Let me know. I'm very curious. Mirage, I think, is also another great map. I wouldn't call it goated, but I would give this a rating as a 8 out of 10, to be honest. I like the different vibe it gives off, and it's really refreshing compared to, like, the standard maps in Black Ops 2. Now, Hydro, I feel like we have actually never even seen Hydro ever come since Black Ops 2. I think it's a very unique map. But it's definitely not my favorite. I gotta be honest. It's definitely not my favorite. It'd probably be a 5 out of 10. It's definitely cool, and I think there's some unique features on this map. I think, like, the dam breaks or, like, there's an overflow thing that happens. Pretty cool, but like I said, 5 out of 10, and then goated. I mean, Grind, solid fucking map. We've actually recently seen this get remastered in Black Ops 6. I think it's great that they remaster it, but I still don't think it has the same flow as it has in Black Ops 2 because of how the movement system is, but it's still an absolute goated map. Now, Uplink, believe it or not, some people don't realize what this map is, but this is actually Summit. As you can see here, we have fan favorite, Summit Returns, reimagined, pretty much futuristic version of Summit. I think this is great, but I do miss the winter vibe that Summit gave off. I would still say this is a goated map because this is just pretty much a remastered version of Summit, and Summit is absolutely goated. Now, Detour is actually one I forgot, and I know there's a lot of people that aren't a fan of it because it's kind of like a one-lane system kind of map. Still think it ain't bad, but it's definitely, I'm just not a fan of it. It'd probably be 4 out of 10 for me, if I'm being honest. Now, Cove, honestly, I've been playing this a lot recently, and I played it a little bit back in the day when Black Ops 2 DLCs came out for Cove. I think this is not goated, but I would give this map an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I think it's unique. I think it's vibrant, and I think it's still fun. And there's, like, multiple different ways. Like, obviously, there's the middle lane, the right lane, left lane, but there's also, like, little passageways that you can get around on this map, and I think that makes it really unique and really cool. Now, Rush, I didn't play that much back in the day, but I still think it's a pretty solid map. It's, like I said, it goes back to being a very vibrant map. Pretty much we're in a paintball fucking kind of vibe here, and it's unique, different. I'd probably rate this, because I didn't play it that much, as 7. I feel like that's fair. And like I said, we are probably missing some DLCs here. Let me know down in the comments which ones I'm missing. And honestly, probably the one thing I will say is that this game actually has good audio. Like, if I'm being chased by the enemy behind me, I can actually hear their footsteps. And I mean, dude, the suppressor sounds in this game are just so beautiful. Like, dude, like, I just love the way everything is. Like, dude, like, even if I little reload here, ooh, look, just clean, dude. Like, and all the audio choices they did for the guns, suppressors, muzzle flash noises, they absolutely killed it, I think. But I mean, nowadays in Call of Duty, you can't even figure out if the guy's fucking above you, to the left of you, to the right of you. Like, the sounds are all fucked up in the game now. It's crazy how much I feel like we went backwards in time in Call of Duty. Like, it feels like these games were way better than the shit that they be putting out nowadays.